What's up everyone, it's Sam from 64 Wheels back from our diecast, and today I have a box of Matchbox Jurassic World cars. So this is Wave 3. The first ones I did an unboxing of, I have 2 5-packs I still need to do. I'm going to post those, but this is supposedly Wave 3. So I ordered these from a pre-order place online. I just got them the other day. It is a case of 12, so it has 6 different cars in there. There, if you can see those little guys. I have no idea what Wave 2 is. I don't see any Wave 2 advertised online. The first wave was obviously the ones that I unboxed. It was like the Explorer, the Jeep, the Gyrosphere, a couple other ones. I'll put a link in that video down in the comments, but this is Wave 3. So I'm going to be on the lookout for Wave 2, but I'm really excited about these because this actually has 3 new castings to the Matchbox line, not only to the Jurassic Park line, but to the Matchbox line in general. So I'm going to take them out and we'll look at them one by one, and then we'll go ahead and unbox them and like actually open them up and take a look at them. Okay, so I'm going to just go ahead and pull them all out. So I noticed, I haven't actually, this is the first time I've taken them out of the package, as you can see, and I noticed right when I opened them that the cards are not exactly mint, and sometimes when we get like fine cars on the pegs at Walmart, Target, wherever, and they're messed up, it's not always because the store did something with them. These were just packed really tight inside it, so it's actually like the shipping, like Mattel's fault on this one rather than the store or your online order place. So just keep that in mind. To take it easy on your online shippers sometimes, because damage can happen even straight from Mattel like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull all these around so I can see them. And I'll look at each of them and then we can go over what they're actually from. So just like the rest of the Jurassic line, these cars are not numbered. So even though there are 6 here, there's no actual number on the card anywhere. So you don't see a number on the front of the card, you don't see a number on the back of the card, so they're just part of the line, even though technically they are numbered through parts of the waves and those kind of things. So the first one is the 2015 Chevy Silverado. So this is not a new casting. This actually, the same casting came with the little auto shop, the action drivers one in blue. Great looking casting. I think this truck is supposed to be from the very beginning of Jurassic Dominion, the new one, where they break out, I think it was a Triceratops or a Raptor, I can't remember, where they're driving the white van through the field, the trucks come chasing after them, they get knocked off the road. Spoiler alert, probably should have said that before time, but the movie's been out for a while now, so if you wanted to see it, you've probably already seen it. But I believe this is supposed to be that truck because on the side it does say Triceratops Farm, and I believe that was the name of the place that they like stormed in the movie. So that is that one. The next one, this is actually a brand new casting to the Matchbox line. This, I'm going to read it so I make sure I get it right. It's the 86 Ford F-150 truck. And I like how they put truck, because to me, an F-150, you don't have to say truck behind it. That'd be like saying Corvette car, right? Anyways, Matchbox teased this on Instagram. It's an awesome looking casting. It looks really nice. This is the first time we've got it. I don't remember in the movie whose it is. I think it might also be Owen's, Chris Pratt's character in the movie. I don't remember 100%. I'll have to look it up, and if I'm wrong, I'll have to like put a text over it to whose character it actually belonged to. But this truck is awesome. It's like a maroon color with a tan like side down, like stripe down the side. Just an excellent looking casting, and as you know from some of my other videos, I'm a big Bigfoot fan, and Bigfoot, I think it was like 3 or 4, I can't remember exactly. I'm terrible at remembering like names and numbers of things, but it was also made out of this similar truck. So it's cool because a lot of customizers will probably go crazy with this truck, and we're hoping Greenlight does a Bigfoot of this. But the Matchbox version is awesome because it's only $1. So next up is the Speed Striker. So this is also a new casting to the line in general. It's a great looking bike. I believe this is the bike that Chris Pratt ran through drove through the streets during the huge like raptor scene, the raptor breakout in the new movie. They previewed it, so there's no spoiler alerts on that one because it was in the commercials, but this bike looks awesome. It's got the little saddlebags, it has chrome wheels, the nice red paint, and just a ton of detailing on it, so I'm really excited to open that one up and take a look at. Next up is the Ingen Humvee. So Ingen was the corporate name that they used in Jurassic Park since I think the first one, or at least Lost World, but this is a Hummer with that logo on it. It's an olive green with like a mud graphics on it. They've released this a few times. I don't know if it's any different. I'll have to go back and double check, but it does have a similar color like push bar on the front, which I don't know if we've got that before in the same color as the truck or not. That I'll have to check on, but there's another one. The next one is the 4x4 Scrambulance. Now, I don't believe this is a new casting. I think this is an older casting. I even believe it's been in the Jurassic Park line before, but not with this exact paint job. So that's cool to see it, because this is the more like Jurassic World, Dominion, those kind of paint jobs, like rather than the old Jeep Explorer. Those kind of like the silver and the blue are from the newer movies. So it looks good though, especially for a fantasy casting. It looks very nice. So next up is the last one of the bunch, and it is the Rapid Rescue. So I believe this is supposed to be the one they used towards the end of the movie. I don't know. I can't tell you exactly, because it is a fantasy casting based on a real helicopter. It's an interesting looking casting because it does have like the jet engines, or like propellers on the side and one big propeller on top. But it does say Biosyn on it, which was the company, like the antagonist company in Jurassic World Dominion. So this is a really cool casting, and I believe this is also the newest one. Like, they have not had this in the line before. This is a new casting as far as I know. So a bunch of cool stuff here. 6 new cars that open. So now that we've seen them and look at them, let's go ahead and bust them open. Okay, so let's do the 2015 Chevy Silverado first. So I hate this. The cards look so nice. I hate to rip into them, but you gotta make the sacrifice. So let's go ahead and dig in here. Ooh. I wish there was like, I don't know if there's like a tool or a better way to do it, because sometimes I feel like it takes me longer to get into them than it should. So, oh yeah, look at that. So this is a nice gloss black truck. It has a black plastic base. These are just the same as like mainline level, so they're mostly metal body, plastic chassis, and then some of the fantasy castings are plastic body, metal chassis. But they all look pretty good, and I believe these are still only $1, $1.29 at the store, so they're not really higher price than a mainline. So they're pretty affordable. To me, they're a good deal. So this truck has nice like mud splotches on it. It does have the brown wheels to make it look like it's been driving through the mud, which I don't actually mind, especially on models that are supposed to be muddy. They look awesome. Like, I think that looks pretty good. It does have front grille graphics. It has the Chevy logo, and it also has headlight graphics. The grille doesn't have any detail. It's detailed, but it doesn't have any tampo detail on it. So overall, it's a good looking truck. It's a Chevy Silverado. What makes this one stand apart is obviously the tampos and the graphics on it, but it does have that Triceratops farm on it, and I think these like silver lines right here are supposed to be like dinosaur claw marks, because they are all over the car, and I don't know if it's part of the tampo or like the graphic package on the truck in the movie, or if it's supposed to look damaged. To me, it looks damaged, like it's like dyno damaged, but I'll have to go back and look, and then if it is either way, I'll put that in the comments as well. So on the back, it has the standard Silverado logo, the Chevy bow tie logo with the tampo taillights. So overall, I mean, you get a lot of tampos on this, even though a couple colors, it has tampos on every corner of it. So it's pretty good, especially for the $1.29 price. So let's see. Of course, it rolls pretty well. You always got to do the roll test, but it's a mainline, so of course it should roll pretty well. So whoop, let's go put that one there so it doesn't roll off the table. Okay, next up is the 86 Ford F-150. So this one I'm looking forward to opening. They teased this, like Matchbox teased this on their Instagram a while ago with a bunch of other castings, and it was cool that this is the first line they're putting it in, is the Jurassic World Jurassic Park line. So man, look at that truck. It's a really nice, in real life, it's almost like a pinkish red hue to it. Like, I don't know if it comes off in the video, but it actually looks a little pinkish, almost like a magenta color, but it looks great. It has a mid-level detail interior. It's hard to see from there, but it has like seats and a steering wheel outline. It doesn't have a shifter, but it does look like it has a passenger, like some detail on like a dashboard or like a glove box or something. There you can see the bed. There's a little bit of detail on it, but this truck looks awesome. Looks nicely proportioned. It looks good. I love the wheels on it. They look new and old at the same time, which is cool. There you can see on the front, it does have, let me see if I can get the chrome out of the way. It does have the Ford logo right in the center, and headlight tampos. They're pretty simple. They're just white and orange, unlike the Silverado that actually has like the graphic style headlights. On the back, it has a nice Ford emblem like embossed, is that the word, I think, in the actual tailgate, but there's no tampos there. So this one makes up for the tampos all the way around on the Chevy. It just has basically the tan stripe here on the side and just a little bit of headlight detailing, but this is an excellent casting. It looks good. When this hits the main line, people are going to buy this up because it's a good looking truck. Like it could go on a farm diorama, it could go on a city diorama, old, new. This is a good looking truck. So props to Mattel for putting that in the Jurassic line first. So great, looks awesome. So, all right, next up is the Speed Striker, the bike. So this is cool. I feel like the Jurassic, the newer ones with Chris Pratt, the World Dominion, all those, they featured motorcycles. So this is a cool addition to that because I think there was another Scrambler. There's a couple other motorcycle castings, but I have collected them all through the Jurassic line, and this one looks especially good. This is probably the most detailed one we've got from the line. Like, look at the tampos on front. It's got the huge handlebars, like the little shields. A lot of detailing through there. It has that little, what looks like to be an LED headlight with the little dots. This part is separate, so it feels like like you could almost steer it, but it's not. It has the same wheels, I believe, as the new BMW motorcycle that Hot Wheels has for this year, like the chrome. Hot Wheels uses the black style too. I don't know if this little baggage like part on the back comes off. I'm gonna try, but I don't want to break it. No, I think it's a part of it. It could come off. I'm gonna let you try that on. I don't want to break mine. But it's very nicely detailed. It has a lot of like bag detailing on it, if that makes sense. Like it looks like there's straps and other hold downs. Really nice looking bike. Like the color, the red color, the black seat. For how small this is, the detail is very nice. So this side doesn't have any engine detail, but this side does. It has a lot of silver on it. So as you can see, I mean, this is a good looking bike. Man, that's awesome. I know these are a tough sell for a lot of collectors because A, they don't stand up. You can't play with them on the track. They all are scaled a little bit large, obviously, because if it was 1/64 scale, it would fit in the back of this, and obviously you cannot. So it's a little bit, it's scaled a little large, but it is really nice. Like, this is an awesome casting. So it'll be interesting to see if we get this outside of the actual Jurassic line or not. I would assume so because it is a fantasy casting, which means they usually can use these more often than a licensed casting. So that is killer. All right, next up is the Hummer. This one's been done. We won't spend too much time on it. It's been done quite a bit. They've released it in mainline. There's been a bunch of different versions of it. This one has the Ingen logo on the side and like the little muddy tampos. Other than that, it is pretty simple. It is a metal body, plastic chassis. It has the plain black like steel wheels type on it. It does have the front push bar, which is plastic. It is green. It is the same color because of the base. It's basically the same color as the base, or it is part of the base, which is that same like flat olive green. It has blacked out windows because this is an older model. It does not have an interior in it. I'm trying to see when it... So this one says 2017, but I believe the initial casting of this was well into the 90s. I believe 2017 was the retool. But this is a cool casting if you collect Jurassic stuff, or even Hummers in general. Like, this is an awesome casting. We don't really get too many military castings through Matchbox or Hot Wheels anymore at all, just because I feel like the climate of toys has changed a little bit, but for us collectors, this is really cool to get because we don't really get a lot of them. So there's that one. Next up is the 4x4 Scrambulance. Now this is a paint job that has been released, like I was saying, a lot in the Jurassic World line. I believe first time we got it was when the first one came out. Matchbox did a line of them. They were almost all fantasy castings, but they did have the Mercedes, I'm going to probably say it wrong, Umanog? I butchered that, I know. But it came in this as like a mainline style, and Hot Wheels actually just released a very similar paint job, almost exact same paint job in another Mercedes, like a box truck version in the premium line. So both Matchbox and Hot Wheels are getting in on the Jurassic World Jurassic Park line. So this one is cool. It is a fantasy casting. It's just like a little off-roader, almost ambulance style, which is why they call it a Scrambulance. It is a plastic body, but it does have tampos all around. It's got the little light bar up top, like the little views. What do you call those? Like skylights, or like even like a exit through the roof right there. It's got windows in the back. It is a metal chassis, as you can see there. It's got bright blue wheels, and make sure I center it there. But it's a good looking casting. Like the front of it, that big push bar with the lights and stuff on the front is awesome. So much detail on it, and it's metal, which is cool too. So It says mobile veterinary unit on the side. I like this. Even though this is a fantasy casting, it looks good. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, last up we have the Rapid Rescue, which is like the airplane slash helicopter hybrid that has Biosyn on the side, which is the name of like the new Ingen kind of for the new movies. Let's check this sucker out. This looks awesome. So let me see if there's a date on this. Does not appear to have a date, so I think this is brand new. I've never seen this before in stores before this line, but this is really cool. So this whole thing is metal. This is plastic, and I believe, are these metal too? I think that's metal too. It feels like metal. It might be plastic. I think this part is plastic. I think the gloss and the light is kind of playing tricks on me. But I believe this part is plastic and then the rest is metal. This looks like a, I think it's a Bell. Is it a Bell helicopter? Someone correct me in the comments what helicopter that is supposed to look like, because Matchbox has released another Jurassic version of the larger size of a helicopter that's very similar, but I don't remember like the make and model. But this thing looks good. It has the little, like, I guess they're just extra propeller engines. Like, I don't know if they're jet engines or what. I don't know a ton about aviation and helicopters, so someone will have to explain to me in the comments what those are supposed to actually be, or if they're actually just a fantasy casting. I don't know if they're fantasy parts or what, but it does have a rotating blade on top that has three, I guess, rotors on it. Nice tampos. It has the Biosyn tampos on it on both sides. It looks good. It actually, for how small it is, it has a lot of weight to it because it is largely metal. Like the base is metal, like the skis are metal. It's nice. So when you compare this size, like the scale of this, to the motorcycle, you can see how crazy the differently scaled products are here. So if this was real 1/64 scale, it would be huge. And then if this was actually 1/64 scale, it would be a lot smaller. So you can see the difference in those. But the whole line is cool. So, okay, so now that we've opened all of them, I was trying to get them out, but they're rolling everywhere. Let me know which one you think you like the best in the comments. If you've seen any of these in your local stores, because I have not. Like, I've seen the first wave, and supposedly this is wave 3. So I guess I missed wave 2, or I don't know if they've released it yet or what. But let me know which one of these is your favorite in the comments out of these. If you collect them, let me know your thoughts on how differently scaled things are, if that bothers you. It doesn't really bother me, but I do like the Skybusters line because they're a more accurately sized, even though they're not exact size. Like planes, because this is very, very small, but it's cool either way. Same with the bike. Let me know if you collect the bikes in like Matchbox Hot Wheels, if that's the thing you're into. Also, let me know which one of these is your favorite, obviously. I think mine is probably going to be the Ford, and even though I'm not a motorcycle guy, this is awesome. This is a great, great casting. So I can't wait to see what they do with that more with that in the future. So again, thanks for watching. This is Sam64 Wheels. Like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Langley Group, and soon Whatnot. So I don't know if you're familiar with Whatnot. I will put a link down in the description. Whatnot is like a competitor to eBay that actually puts a social element into selling their live feeds. I'm going to be doing hopefully quite a bit on there. I'm going to try to do my first live feed there this weekend, Saturday sometime. Keep an eye on my social media. I don't really sell a lot of stuff, but I'm going to be selling more stuff, or some stuff at least. So if you're interested in getting some of the stuff you've seen in my videos, I will be selling some of it. I don't know what yet. I'll be putting an auction preview on later this week, hopefully, if everything goes well. And then cross your fingers and join me on Whatnot too. So we'll have some fun over there because that's a live platform and I have never done it live. So, well, I'm excited. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.